Before DLU Kemp became a social media sensation, gaining 275,000 followers and 2.6 million likes on TikTok and 90,000 followers over on Instagram. Before DLU Kemp's track, This Is Why I'm Hot, became super viral on TikTok and garnered 22 million plays over on Spotify. Before DLU Kemp became the first hip-hop artist from Lepanto, Arkansas, to be recognized across the entire United States of America. Now, DLU Kemp's life had dramatically changed after sampling Mim's club classic hip-hop track, This Is Why I'm Hot. Going from 1,000 monthly listeners, well, he skyrocketed to nearly 150,000 monthly listeners in less than 2 weeks. Now that boost, it was incredible, wasn't it? So how did he pull it off? Well, This Is Why I'm Hot, the track that went viral when the TikTok content creator community of truck drivers used it in their videos. Now, eventually, even those outside the truck driving community, well, they decided to hop on the trend. Now, as the trend gained momentum, well, big-time content creators such as 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom 2 star Janelle Evans, well, she even joined the bandwagon. Now, Evans' use of the track on her widely followed social media accounts, well, it significantly boosted DLU Kemp's popularity, propelling his track to 5 million plays on Spotify. Now, TikTok has completely shaken up the social media scene in the past few years, and you know what? Well, it ain't showing any signs of slowing down. Now, more and more people, especially the younger crowd, they're joining in on the TikTok fun, and we're getting a whole flock of new artists like DLU Kemp. Nowadays, TikTok isn't just about silly dance moves or lip singing. It's a powerhouse for marketing, whether it's products or content you want the world to vibe with. Now, currently, everyone recognizes that a strong social media presence, well, it's crucial for startups and for artists out there who want to get their music heard. Now, many rappers have embraced the social media route, and luck has favored the bold. Take DLU Kemp, for example. Now, the traditional hip-hop word-of-mouth rise from the underground trope, well, it's evolved with the internet era, and instead of street fighting and rap battling MCs, we now have tech-savvy rappers who applied their hustle not to the streets, but into online content creation. Now, in this episode, our spotlight shines on DLU Kemp, a hip-hop sensation steadily gaining traction on the internet, especially via TikTok. Now, he's a young rapper who started his career through online short video format content creation, and now he's climbing his way to the top. But in this video, we're going to take a look back at before he was going viral and getting all sorts of traction. We're going to talk about when he was dropping early beats, what he was vibing with, and where he worked. So stay tuned to this very special episode of Before They Were Famous, this time on DLU Kemp. Here we go. Now, DLU Kemp's real name is Skylar Ethan Kemper, born on January 12, 2001 in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Now, his birthday, it's just a few days behind us, so happy birthday to that guy. Now, he spent his early years in Truman, Arkansas until around the age of 10. Now, after that, he moved to Cardwell, Missouri, and he eventually found his hometown in Lepanto, Arkansas. Anyone in the chat been to Arkansas? I know nothing about that state. Sounds sleepy. Now, growing up, DLU Kemp, he was looked after by his mother, Sandra Bishop, and she worked as a nurse. Then his stepfather, James Bishop, well, he was actually a farmer. Now, he lived a simple life in his childhood home with his 2 sisters, Alex and Rebecca, also his brother Cody. Now, when he was young, DLU Kemp, he had absolutely nothing. Yeah, financial hardships, they posed a tough reality for this family. Now, living in poverty, well, he often wore the same clothes to school, and he relied on simple meals like ramen noodles, lacking adequate nutrition for, a young growing boy. Now, their home was an aged wooden structure located on an outlying dirt road. Now, due to limited heating and cooling resources, well, their house was susceptible to the biting cold of freezing winters and the intense heat of scorching summers. My God, sounds like the guy's living like he's Amish, and he didn't even sign up for that. Now, DLU Kemp's studies began in Truman, Arkansas. Later, he attended Southland Elementary in Cardwell, Missouri, before going to middle and high school in East Poinsett County, also located in Lepanto. Now, English had held a special place in his heart as it was his favorite subject. Now, he had a natural flair for words, and he even dreamed of becoming a college English professor. Now, according to him, well, this academic ambition, it played a crucial role in the swift development of his skills in writing some verses and making some music. Now, in our exclusive interview with DLU Kemp, well, we've discovered some fascinating details about his early life. Now, it appears that our man, he had a passion for both reading and writing as he grew up. Undoubtedly, his love for literature and writing, it played a pivotal role in shaping the the artist he was to become. DLU Kemp, he also enjoyed playing sports, particularly basketball and football. However, as fate would have it, well, a broken collarbone threw a bit of a curveball into his sporting journey, leading him to put a pause on sports. Now, he entered the rap scene at around the age of 15, and while judging his studies in high school, well, he experimented with rhymes on Rap Chat. Now, although he says his early tracks were a bit cringeworthy, he still posted them online to gauge reactions from the internet. Now, before his musical career took off, well, DLU Kemp, he had a brief stint in a normal blue-collar job. He worked at a place known as True Cab, constructing cabinets, but he bounced out of that gig after just a week. Now, while carving out his own path, DLU Kemp, he encountered betrayals from friends who turned their backs, also stole and tarnished his name, leading to a withdrawal from personal connections. Now, this is why he doesn't have any pictures with other people, because as he puts it, he doesn't have any friends. Damn, the streets in Arkansas, they be tough. Now, having enough money was a luxury DLU Kemp he didn't really experience. Now, he spent nights tirelessly working on his music, hustling on the path to living a better life. However, things changed when DLU Kemp's efforts to make music, well, they finally paid off. His first rap check was worth over $10,000, and this marked a significant turning point in his budding career and his financial journey moving forward. Now, with this hard-earned cash in hand, well, he bought his first car at the age of 19. Now, he later started his own family and faced greater responsibilities with his wife pregnant. Now, during this time, well, he thought about quitting his musical career after recording the track This Is Why I'm Hot. But little did he know, that track, it would go viral and change his life altogether. Now, it all started when a community of truck drivers, they used the track as background music in their TikTok vids. Now, eventually, influencers with massive followings, well, they began sharing his music as well. For DLU Kemp, while making music, it started off as good fun, something almost of a bit of a joke. However, public perception, it pushed him to take his craft seriously, and he wasn't comfortable with people saying that he could never be a legit rapper. Now, whether you call it him being stubborn or just a desire to prove himself, well, that's when things got real for DLU Kemp. Now, fast forward to the future, and what began as a pastime, well, it quickly evolved into a full-fledged career. DLU Kemp proudly declares that nobody handed him anything. He earned every bit of his success all on his own. Not a smidge of help, not even a nugget of advice. Until about 2 years ago, when his manager, Rhett Rook, well, he stepped into the picture. Now, regarding his stage name of DLU Kemp, well, that he shared with us back in high school, he couldn't stand his real name, which is Skylar, and even some teachers, they steered all clear of it. So then in the 9th grade, well, a buddy named Jay, they dubbed him Kemp. Now, that tag gets stuck and he rapped under that alias till around 2019 or 2020 when DLU came into play. Now, DLU is short for Don't Let Up, and the name embodies his mindset shift. Now, a reminder not to get too comfortable and not to lose your momentum. No matter what, he's committed to keeping the hustle alive and pushing his career forward. Now, when asked about his aspirations, well, DLU answered that he wanted to go down in history as the greatest rapper Arkansas has ever seen. Well, okay, ever seen inside of a studio. But still, now that he's aiming to be the absolute biggest or the greatest on a global scale, but he's just going for like being the guy who's the king of his home state. Now, he envisions a scenario where his name, it rolls off everyone's tongue, a legacy crafted entirely on his terms, and he wants everyone to know that he did it on his own. Now, we asked him if he had any advice for any other emerging artists out there, and he stated that his advice to succeed is never to give up. Don't listen to anyone, no matter where you come from or what you have to do to get here. It's all going to be worth it when you come out on top. Master your craft and be the best at something. All right, guys, that concludes this episode of Before They Are Famous. DLU Kemp, he reached out to us in the comments and we said, yeah, man, you're making moves, you're making a name for yourself. Sure, we'll feature you on the channel. Let us know if you know any other aspiring artists out there who are making big waves, doing big things. We'd love to get in touch and get some content made. My name, of course, is Michael McCrutton. I'm the Before They Were Famous GOAT, and I think I have become the best out of Canada. And I guess that's not saying much, but it is something. Okay, Drake's better than me, but he's not a YouTube host. He's a gambling streamer paid to be there. Now, before we end this video, I'd like you to answer this question first. What are your thoughts on the role of social media in the rise of emerging artists? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's giving people an advantage, or do you think music should be made on the streets? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications so you never miss our latest videos. And you can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. We're on every platform. I'll see you guys in another video.